What's good, everybody? My name is Jay Arroyo, and today I wanted to speak on some astrology stuff. It may turn into a series, but it probably won't because I am not an astrologer. I just want to speak upon this because I watched a lot of videos, and I don't necessarily believe in astrology, but I think there's too many coincidences. So I wanted to speak upon a lot of things about a Scorpio ascendant that maybe other people didn't, and I also have this placement. Your ascendant sign is the sign of your personality, the way people perceive you, the way you look. And there's a lot of common things I've seen with people with this sign. There's very distinct jaw lines. If they have very powerful planets in there, like a real Scorpio ascendant, they look like a bird. Sound funny, but it's true. Like a nose that is beak-like, very heavy eyebrows. I do my eyebrows so it may not look as heavy as they normally would, and very penetrating eyes. If you look at them in their eyes, it's uncomfortable. Why that is, I have no clue. But normally they have like these brown eyes like this, or I've seen some have like really nice green eyes. But if you look at their eyes, you could kind of tell who they are. Um, Also, a Scorpio ascendant is very reserved and quiet people. These people are very psychically receptive to other people's energies, and they're probably not gonna be very vocal about their impressions of other people. But these people know a lot of things. They hold a lot of information. Um, they're like natural born empaths. I would say these people are could be like potentially either like a really great person or a piece of shit. Like I wouldn't say there's like a in between with these people. They either really like you or really fucking hate your guts. Like uh, I wouldn't tippy toe around these people or like beat around the bush with them. Like if one of these people like are interested in you or you don't like them, I would kind of just tell the person that. I would be very straightforward and honest because these people already know. And when you lie to them, they're not people I will play games with because they know you. They know everything about you for some reason. They say Scorpio ascendant is a sign of a very old soul or evolved soul. They say that we have an evolved subconscious mind, meaning just a very keen gut intuition about things. These people know what's gonna happen before it happens. They're just very aware, I would say. Scorpio ascendant is more of an awareness placement. I feel like God gives you this placement for various reasons, but for the most part, I think it's to protect yourself. I have Mars and Pluto in the first house of Scorpio, which is the rulers of Scorpio. The rulers of Scorpio are Mars and Pluto. Mars also rules Aries, um, which it's also in the second decan, which is the sign of an artist, somebody who's very artistic and once they tap into their very deep emotions, could change a lot of things. I think they're very powerful people in that regard, and also they have a presence about them. People feel them when they walk in the room. They say a Scorpio man walks in the room, and women feel it. I never really paid attention to this stuff until I actually got into astrology. But for instance, like I walk in a pizza place, and I'm very quiet. Like I don't talk to nobody, and I like to mind my business. And I'll be in line. I'll just be on my cell phone, like blah 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 blah. And then I'll look at everybody that's eating, and everyone's just staring at me. Like, yo, what the fuck? It's very strange. We do have a presence, and I think we do attract a lot of women. Why that is, even if these people aren't good looking, they just have like a sexual aura about them that attracts women. We also have we know when a woman likes us. It's I don't know. I would compare it to like static electricity. Like you just feel everything. These are very feely people. We feel our way around the room. We feel our way with everything. Very instinctual people. It's very strange. Um, Mars and Pluto in this sign just intensifies the Scorpio rising traits. So although I am a first house sun, not in Scorpio but in Sagittarius, Anyone that knows a lot about astrology, I'm gonna come across heavily and deeply as if I am a Scorpio. They're gonna really think I am a Scorpio. That's what your ascendant sign is how people perceive you. It's a very troublesome placement because you know a lot of things that you may or may not want to know. Like me being a Sagittarius, it kind of dampens my fire because normal Sagittarius traits are being very outgoing, just this placement makes you very reserved. So although after someone gets to know me, I have like a very joyful and like playful, outgoing personality, it's very hard to get to know these people. They compare it to like peeling the onion. Just when it just keeps going, it's just so many layers to these people. They're very deep and psychologically in depth. Uh, it could lead people to addiction because that's why they say these people are angels or devils, because if these people don't know how to have like emotional control, the energy that we feel off of people, we feel everything like a psychic um, kind of like I feel your thoughts. And to someone who isn't, I wouldn't confuse this with being emotional, but someone who's not emotional and just maybe feeling all these things could lead them to addiction because maybe they don't want to feel it because in their mind they really don't care about this stuff. But like I said, I think God gives this to people as a protective thing. These people aren't really people who are out to get people, um, although they are very strategic. So if you're trying to get them, I wouldn't play games with these people. Like I said, I will come at them head on. These aren't people to play games with because they'll suffer in silence. They're very patient people. They'll wait until the right moment. Even with a girl, like they'll know a girl likes her, likes him or her, whatever. But they're not necessarily going to act upon their emotions like maybe an Aries rising would or anyone with strong Aries placements. They're not very aggressive people in that aspect. They're very loyal people, I would say. Whether or not that loyalty adds up to anything is up to that person, but they're very fixed on their friendships. They like very deep one-on-one conversations with people. Very deep, intimate one-on-one relationships is something that I would say is a common Scorpio rising trait. These people could be your best friend or your worst enemy, so that's really up to you. Because, like I said, with being able to feel so deeply and just know so many things and be aware of so many things, depending on other aspects in your chart, these people could be criminals. You know what I mean? That's why I thank God that I have a Capricorn moon and my Mars is in Scorpio, which gives me a lot of emotional control. You can't read these people by their face. They'll feel a lot of things, and they'll be mad at you, but they'll still be smiling. It could be a very ruthless sign if Mars is inflicted in the chart, because they know your weaknesses, and if they're that type of person that's out to get people, which normally they're not, they will get you because they know your weaknesses. They know how to hurt your feelings. These people could hurt you. It's yeah, I wouldn't tiptoe around these people like I said earlier because there is no gray area with them. With anything, they're not indecisive people. They know I like this person. I don't like this person. I like this job. I don't like this job. But also if you have like in your fourth house, your eighth house, or your 12th house is a water sign, that could be another sign of being psychic. But I wouldn't say psychic in the way of being a fortune teller. It's just maybe telepathy, stuff like that. Um, these people are very aware. I don't mean to keep stressing that, but it's something that I would take heed to with dealing with these people. My eighth house is Cancer, and I have strong placements in there, which makes creates somebody who's very emotionally driven by sexual intimacy. It's like a healing place. Basically, these people can heal people through sex. as shallow as that may sound to some people. But they do have sexual healing powers. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. You'd have to ask somebody that I've been with. These people also are known for being promiscuous, but I wouldn't say that. I think that's just the aura they give off because I don't sleep around personally, even though I could, and I attract a lot of beautiful women. These people aren't like that. They're more loyal. Um, if they're with somebody, they're with them. Um, the worst thing to do to a Scorpio man is to cheat on them. They're not gonna forgive you with anything. I remember things from being like 2 years old, and I still hate people for those reasons. Um, why we're like that, I don't know, but we have a very keen memory. But I think it's based off of feelings. It's like if you made us feel some type of way, we'll remember that forever. And it's very hard to fake out a Scorpio rising. They know when you're lying. They know when you're being truthful. You basically always know what you're thinking, and it could be very, very troublesome. Like I said, I don't necessarily enjoy it. But also the second house is ruled by Sagittarius, so this could create somebody who's very generous. These are people that want to maintain a certain lifestyle. Like for instance, if they lived in a mansion, they want to live in that mansion, but they also want to have enough money to share with other people that they care about. Very generous people. Like I said, it's black and white. Either they're gonna be very generous with you because they like you, or fuck you. That's basically how it is. Also, it like career paths would be they say a detective or police work, military work. I was in the military. I don't necessarily enjoy that line of work, but they say that's something that would be good at. I think an actor or an artist because we can capture the moment because we can feel so deeply and maybe get into character. Also, natural born psychologists. I have to stress that as these people are very psychologically in depth. I know I said that before, but this is something that is actually true, and I want people to know that. Go through a lot of hard times, but these aren't people that quit. When they do something, they're gonna see it through, no matter what. Like if somebody has their eye set on maybe a goal or a woman, whether they go broke or it doesn't matter. They'll suffer to get where they want to go because it's more of an awareness that they know life isn't easy. And maybe that's why they know a lot of these things because we are old souls. So a lot of these people know a lot of things without necessarily having the experience. They just know these things. Um, if you want to get your chart read, I'm not reading charts. That's not my thing. But I would recommend looking it up on like Astrology Cafe or something like that. Look at your natal chart. You got to know your time of birth, where you were born, and obviously birthday. And I mean, the reading of it is kind of vague, so I would go on YouTube and maybe research the placements, like if you have Mars and Scorpio or something, maybe read a testimony of someone who also has this placement, because the reading is very vague. I've read a lot of astrology books by Stephen Arroyo, and they're good books, but I think they're very like vague. They don't really give you a lot of detailed information. But yeah, this is my video, and leave comments. I'm open to discuss this kind of stuff because it's very interesting to me. And I've done my research, and I've also watched a lot of testimonies, and I see it to be a truth. Um, I just wanted to spread awareness because I feel like astrology in a whole isn't common knowledge, and it was very interesting to me finding out this stuff. So I just wanted to share it with other people who may not be open-minded to these things and caught up in the religious beliefs. I don't believe anything is good or bad. I think it's based upon what you use it for, and I wouldn't recommend using astrology to predict the future, although people do this and have done this in the past. But my personal opinion is I wouldn't. But I could speak on this stuff for a long time and probably for hours. But it's true. If you look at the other people, like the way our eyes are from that view, you could tell these people from their eyes. The eyes are the gateway to your soul. There was 12 levels of consciousness. There was 12 disciples. Each disciple was a different zodiac sign, and each of them had a different perspective on the same story. So basically, a lot of things are how we perceive the world. Scorpio risings are very keen and have a keen sense of reality. We get the undercurrents of conversations. We know people are communicating without words. And we also know how to get a point across without necessarily saying anything. Um, Energy manipulators, like an alchemist in that way. They know how to manipulate energy. For instance, if you're speaking to one of these people and you have a bad vibe, they're going to switch your vibe. They're going to make you have a good vibe, depending on what type of Scorpio said it, because some of these people are fucking evil, man. But yeah, do your research. If you have any questions, hit me up. Like I said, don't hit me up about reading charts because I'm not gonna read your chart. I'll be dead ass serious with you. I'm not doing that kind of stuff. I'm not interested in it. But I'll lead you to the water, and whether you drink it or not, and do whatever you got to do with this information. I may do more videos. I may not. Um, Also, check out my music if you like. Um, yeah. All right, y'all. Peace.